miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really wanna brag, I'm just telling that I'm leaving with a bag. High five to the scarred and the strange, from the outlaw that'll never get tamed. Biscuit beats from the pirate band, sign this deal with a lobster hand. Freestyle like a bowling pin, flex these bars on a dolphin fin. Life's too short but I can't complain, doing backflips on a candy cane. Ride my scooter with a cape at night, and I'ma high five me a traffic light. I blink twice then I teleport, got kicked out of the Trump resort. Bought this clown like a waffle cone, spitting out syrup in the twilight zone. Got no job, but I'm on the clock, and you can't stop me, cause...
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New York Jets. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And this opening kickoff will not even reach the landing zone. It hits short of the 20, so that's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 331, 331. Is that all right?
A give running right is Hall. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store, as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Here we go. 319, get that. Go.
Now Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game, because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
319, can I see that?
Now it's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Jets at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room, but they do have to start winning some games.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Tonight.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Walter Nolan. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go. 19 winning, 19 winning. Here we go. Chips clear.
Here's Fields. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jordan Birch. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Fields. And a throw there going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
49-yard line.
On first down, it's Benson. And he'll work down inside the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
Murray now to throw. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Kyler going to give this to Benson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Now Murray. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go, son. Blue 58. Up. Hey, kid. Is it all right?
Here's Fields. This one deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Extend. Tonight.
Out of the gun, Fields. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They run over center with Benson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll go again with Benson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Caught, it's Wilson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Fields going to change things up here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they'll work this down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
222.
Fields. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. Fighting his way through contact. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready?
Again, Fields. That's complete right around the 8. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
319, good cut.
Fields now to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Cards are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
And he's out right at the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw is Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Murray going to throw. Open man here is Benson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Again, they'll throw in Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down and 3. From the gun, Murray. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Murray. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
The field goal is good.
1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the 2nd half gets started. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone. So that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Throwing now is Murray. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
The 39-yard line.
Murray now. He'll get that complete to Harrison. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Swim.
Shotgun now from Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Murray now going to do it himself. He's got McBride here over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw, it's Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
Murray now going to do it himself. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Late groupie now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Cardinals 13, Jets 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, here we go. Sit high.
Off play action, Fields. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Now, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Here we go.
Now it's Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. 58, who's here's that? Yep. Right.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
Murray now to throw. And that went off the mark. A little late with the throw.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go, son. Turn ball, son. Matter.
Here's Fields. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go, son. Right.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
To throw is Fields. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
331. 11. Up. Extend. Go.
To the air again, Fields. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
319.
They snap it to Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
It's complete, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And they turn the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Fields. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for a Jets. First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cardinals' 45-yard line.
Now Fields. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Fields now to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mac Wilson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Murray now going to do it himself. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Tonight.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Go.
One play action. Fields. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays. Harder to move it.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Trips hurt. Here we go, son. 19. No mas, no mas. Out, let's go. Let's get that touch.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Touchdown, Jets. And now Mitchell from 17 yards out. And the Jets are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Jets 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Ooh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing now is Murray. Now they go screen. It's complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Murray on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes we even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job is pretty easy there. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw it. Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
What a sequence there defensively. You get the sack to move him to 3rd and long. Then here, just nothing available. And he's got to throw it away.
Murray now. That's a screen pass. That's complete. Into space at the 45. And the Cardinals are going to have a first down. And that's a big one, as they should be able to run it out from here. Murray going to throw. He's got McBride here over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
5:51, 5:51, 12 go.
One last throw here for Fields. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Cardinals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.